Cleveland. A nice little juke. And he'll be tackled just short of Buffalo, their rookie quarterback.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Here's a 2nd and 5. On play action, here's Shadur. This one downfield for Tillman. That's caught at the 25. A big play that time for Cleveland. 48 yards.
48 yards. That's good for a Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them.
10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
We'll talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Driving started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
Now Sanders. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
That's a big conversion.
Ford is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Once more with Ford. And this time he'll score. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Like what we saw right there, good running down near the goal line because that was a really good drive. They were able to possess the ball, have some early success moving it downfield, and then clearly the most important thing, finishing things off with the ball in the end zone.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So now the Titans get their first shot on offense. They're led out by the former #1 overall pick from the University of Miami. It's Cam Ward.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on second down.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Pollard again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Ward. That is caught. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Titans first down. A gain of 12. And the Titans first down.
But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Pollard will take it up the gut. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. Over the middle, he's going to find Iomanner. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Ward from the gun on 3rd down. Pass taken in and the ball is knocked out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Pollard going to try the right side. And he stopped immediately there. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Ward. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
On fourth down, on is the veteran, Joey Sly for the Titans field goal. From the right hash, this from 33. Sly able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing, Sanders. That's taken in. Isaiah Bond. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
This is Ford. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here's Sanders. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Sanders to throw. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Credit the sack there to Arden Key. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
On fourth down, Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And after the field goal last
time. End with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive the end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Ward. That's complete to DK. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine. Against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Play fake. Here's Ward. Wide open receiver, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Another Titans first down. A 28-yard gain. First down, Titans.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 33. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I think we could easily read his mind there. There was just no place to go. Tried to bounce it and get outside on the draw.
Yeah, but the defense wasn't thinking pass. They knew that they were running.
And I love the way that they covered all the gaps. You know, we can do all the lettering and the numbering and all those things, but those run fits that we talk about all the time, each person fitting in the proper spot on defense, you see the end result when they do that.
Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. To throw, here's Ward. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
And that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Ward now working out of the gun. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete.
Harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
A 58-yard attempt.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And that will keep this a 4-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57,
two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. To throw now. Here's Sanders. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
as a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Sanders. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. To throw is Sanders. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence on first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all Lebanon defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
And this is going to be caught along the sideline. Nicely done, but right at the line of scrimmage. Calling a gain of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the shotgun, it's Ward. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
On fourth down, the former All-Pro Johnny Hecker on to punt for Tennessee. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Here's Sanders throwing to start the drive. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 10-yard line.
Second and 6. Out of the gun here, Sanders. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it makes it third down and 2 yards to go. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for them to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a third and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Second and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third and 10. Sanders once more. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now fourth down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. Tennessee offense set to go again. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Looking to put a drive together. On play action, Ward. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
That was a chance for the breakthrough. He's got a man running free, and you've got to be able to put that on it. But instead, led it too far, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
To throw is Ward. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Taking it about the 36. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Browns will take over, first and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 out of first.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set. Fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school.
Well, I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Off the bootleg, here's Sanders. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 94 yards on the ground here for Pollard. This is a first down.
A gain of 18 on the play.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for first and 10. Going to run again here with Pollard. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now, Ward. That's into the hands of Manor. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Working out of the gun here, Ward. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They hand off to their big tight end. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first. Pollard will take this into the end zone for a Titans touchdown.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a Tennessee score. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down.
Yeah, that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. To throw is Sanders. From the gun, he'll throw. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From the gun, it's Shador. And his throw is incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Sanders. Looking left side of him, he's got a man. That's 4th. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling could lead to no yards gained.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Corey Bojorquez now. DK to return. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And able to get this out to the 25. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
You just had the feeling that sooner or later someone was going to come up with that one play. Neither team has really done a whole lot offensively, but here's one that pays off to the tune of big yardage, and it's one that could maybe get this group in gear.
And some room to run now. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 122 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing is Ward. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Pollard. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here's Ward. And he's got it. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. He loses 4, and it brings up 4.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the 1st half, and that trend is continuing here.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Sly able to put this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. But looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Throwing to start the drive. Sanders over the middle, complete to Judy. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And the Browns, 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Again, they turn to Ford. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Sanders. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sanders. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So on 4th down, Kevin Stefanski trots out the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
I think he thought he had his first read open on that one, but they were obviously ready for that throw, and that's just a lack of experience showing. Young quarterback stared his man down the whole way, and they were more than happy to sit on that route and bring home the INT.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And down by a field goal, they'll take over with excellent field position following the interception. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield, and if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
So on 4th down, Kevin Stefanski trots out the field goal unit. And his kick is good. And that's going to tie us at 13. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Titans offense and running back Tony Pollard set to go back to work. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now an option play on second down. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
From the gun, here's Ward. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
That's good for a Titans. First down. First and 10 at the 41.
And we both know there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
They fake the handoff. Now Ward. Over the middle, he's going to find Iomanner. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he'll go down at the 28. 129 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
First down. It's a gain of 6.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
That's another Titans first down.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll fake the jet sweep here and go instead with Spears. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Now Ward. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Ward. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a dangerous throw towards the end zone. Boy, did it hang up there forever. Wanted to run up there and pull it down out of the sky.
Yeah, it felt like it really should have been intercepted. Lucky to have that one back.
You've got to be more careful when you're that close to the goal line.
Joey Sly on for the field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through. And they have regained the lead. That's his 3rd field goal now with a ball game, and they needed his leg. This last one gives them the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. Oh, what a move. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Sanders. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he's up in it at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 33-yard line.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They run with 4. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he is going to have the Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Here's Sanders. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On the ground, it's Ford. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
1st and 10 at the 47.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Right back to him on first down. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Second down and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ford. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Throwing, Sanders. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 33. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Jihad Ward in on the tackle. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Jeffrey Simmons picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Gets this over the middle to Tillman. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 19 yards that time for number 19.
First down.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And they'll try to run the option here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw now, here's Sanders. Touchdown, Browns! A 7-yard touchdown ground. And the Browns have taken a 4th quarter lead. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Now the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's capped off Browns touchdown. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Dances by him. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Looking to put a drive together. Now Spears to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And Spears with another carry. They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 41, here's second down and 8. They go play action with Ward. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So pass interference to call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
And here's a give to Spears. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averaging 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Hand off to Spears. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Now the Michigan man, Khalil Mullins. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? What imposed their will on the defense was that 5 straight runs.
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. This 2nd and 4. They'll run with Spears. And they'll get him down right about the 20. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
The Titans on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. take the ball, and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, snapped at the 11.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7. Right back to Spears. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he used his quickness to make a play.
From the shotgun, it's Ward. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Sly. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Sly able to put this one through. And that'll bring him back within a point. So that gets him a little closer as he converts there, but you have to think back to the field goal he missed earlier.
Right now, that's the difference between leading and trailing. So at this moment, he's reciting that kicker's prayer that we know so well. Just give me one more shot before this one's said and done.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. Oh, nice move. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Browns offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and a yard. Sanders. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this 4th quarter.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Sanders to throw. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. To throw is Sanders. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. And that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
The Browns send out their punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here is Cam Ward and the Titans down 20-19, a minute 15 remaining. A field goal would be a game winner as they come up on 1st down. Back to throw. Completes this to Jefferson. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Here's 2nd down and 3. He's back to throw.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
He was covered by Denzel Ford.
The dog pound barking as loud as they can here. 3rd down.
Back to throw.
In the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Titans 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Now this offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down.
Complete. Jefferson to target. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is no good. Oh, by the slimmest of margins, he missed it wide to the left. And that'll keep this a 1-point game.
Yeah, Brandon, that's a tough distance with the game on the line because you'd like to have your kicker better odds than that. Anything in the football game.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory.
We all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch.
Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.